Now remember, I had this message before Sunday, so don't make like this is a message that I was gonna preach this before. And the reason why I was gonna preach it is because it was anniversary and it was about me. So I figured let me talk about me, how to serve better. Y'all heard what I'm saying? But it turned into, because of some stuff that was undone, it's a teaching message now. Now it's different. Now it's more of a correcting message. Y'all got it? And listen, for all of you all that say you've been cut like that brother in the band-aid, I ain't never cut him. I've never cut him. If I cut you, you know it. Most of y'all can't cut. Ask Miss Brandon what a cut feel like. Ask Brother Joel. Some of y'all ain't never cut before. You say you got cut. I never cut you. I just corrected you. Cutting is different from correcting. When I cut you, it's an intent. There's an intent that I know this gonna hurt you. I'm intending to. That's what cut is. I'm doing it on purpose because the poison in you is worse than the pain that's going to happen. Now listen to what I said. The poison in you is worse than the pain that's going to happen. And so in order for me to really help you, I got to intentionally inflict a cut on you. And that cut will go down into your rejection and your insecurity and your attitude and your fear, and you'll walk out of here for a long time battling it. So when the brother said that, the Band-Aid, I'm like, that's why I didn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, I ain't never cut you. If I cut you, you wouldn't be back. Because your spirit is not mature enough to take a cut. Ask Sheena what a cut is. Ask her. You ask her. You ask her. She's the best one can tell you. She's been here long enough. There's been times I cut Sheena to the point y'all don't know. Y'all just think y'all think people just got good. Sure is a cut. But the problem, but the reason why I do it is because I feel like I'm skilled enough to do it. Because anybody that ever went through that, they know that I come right back pouring the oil in the wine. But most of y'all you've never been cut. I've never had. It's like you, if you got more than one child, you know you got a child, you can just tell something and they'll do it. You got a child, you got beat. It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all have never needed it. You never needed it, but then some of y'all need it all the time. And you get cut over and over again. That's a good parent. A good parent ain't gonna let a child act out because the child ain't listening. You're gonna do it and you're gonna whoop them again. And so most of you, and to be honest, men can't take the cut as well as women. Men are the ones that are offended faster and longer than women are. Women used to take the cut. They have attitude, and you see them at the altar, they'll cry about it, and then they'll come to me about a week or two later, Pastor, I just want to tell you I'm sorry. And I'm like, for what? Brother, behold me. Go home like Absalom. Instead of releasing. See? And that's why I said when the brother left messages and we still back up, I ain't never got that brother. If I cut him, he would hate me. His spirit is too small. He's not mature enough to handle a real cut. See, cuts only come from spiritual fathers. Because a cut has to be done in trust. You got to trust me to cut you. So I won't cut nobody I ain't your father. I can be your pastor and not be your father. See, I gave Brother Donald a revelation the other day about you got to go from, he was talking about something, I said, brother, your problem, you got to go from just being your pastor to a real relationship. Because if you cross the line and say you want a true relationship with me, I'm obligated to pastor everybody. But true relationship is different. If you say you want that, then you cross the line, and that line you crossed was an invitation for me to go ahead and do what is necessary.
I heard through the grapevine that it's Domino's 65th birthday, 65 years. Can you believe that? And something in the universe has told me I had to get these lava cakes, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. I mean, look at these. By the way, code Happy B-Day gets you free lava cakes with a purchase of 10.
It's necessary. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now that's not for everybody. And listen, let me help y'all. As much as people come to me and say they want to be my spiritual son, you can't be. I have to choose. I got 1,000 people following me say they're my spiritual son. They not. You you have to be, it's a physical relationship. It's not a, even though I can speak into their life and I can't be their I can give them pastoral care, but I cannot truly give you a spiritual father. The Bible says you have 10,000 instructors in Christ, but one father. The one father, your father is the one that will run the risk of offending you. Your father would be the one that would say, you know what, this is going to put this relationship on the line. They're going to leave or whatever, but I'm going to have to tell. That's a father. An instructor wants to win you all the time. He's going to always be telling you something that's going to make you feel comfortable. Ain't going to say too much bad. The instructor needs you. A father don't need you. You need a father. That's why the father chooses you. I ain't going to get too deep into that. I just want to help you. That's part of this message, though, about James. Y'all there? Now, go there. Let me get it out of the word. Don't mean I don't love people. Don't mean I don't try to give people as much oversight as I can. But I understand my limitations. It's just like a sister in California. We have many in California that call and they want me to help them this and that. Now I can say something to them, but it's different when if I say something to Sister Lisa. She's sitting right here. How many of y'all know me looking at Sister Lisa? I can see more. Why? Because her being physically in my presence, this is the reason why I don't counsel folks I don't see. I don't like counseling over the phone because I'm a seer, and in order to really be accurate, I must see you. I must look at you. When I look at you, sometimes the Spirit reveals certain things. You heard what I'm saying? Have you ever been talking with somebody, and I'm kidding tonight, but I keep it all the way real, just to prove my point. You ever been talking to somebody, you was sitting on the toilet, they didn't know you was on the toilet. That's what I think about talking. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing. That's how I feel about talking to people on the phone. I don't know you for real. But in your presence, how many of y'all know if you sit looking at somebody, you can see a whole lot of things. You can see how they receive what you say. You can see by their body language whether they receive it. But see, when you talking to people long distance, typing and texting, you don't know how you are. You might be cussing me out for typing something. So relationship, the Bible says, provide all things honest in the sight of all men, meaning it's a transparency. So it's not a long distance thing. You have to, in order to build relationship, we got to be in one another's presence. Why? Because relationship is not just words. It's also actions. It's expressions. It's attitudes. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you can't say you're a spiritual father. I know these brothers be on TV doing that, telling people they're a spiritual father. If you get my tapes book, you can't be a spiritual father that way. It's a personal. Paul knew Timothy. Paul was Timothy's spiritual father. He knew him. He brought him up in the gospel. You can't be just playing kids. But that's what they do. Go claim a bunch of oil. You can't claim people. Because you can only claim what you can carry. If you can't carry them, then you are really probably a good instructor. You got what I'm saying? That's why when my wife, I taught my wife, I said when we talk to people, if they call or whatever, you tell them, Pastor Steve, that they supplement for you. You get your entree or your real meal from your church. You can use me as a vitamin. Are y'all there? Because don't make me a vitamin because you're not in my presence, and I can't give you what you need to follow me. Y'all didn't hear what I said. I can't give you what you need to follow me. You can follow the word, but to follow me is different. Y'all know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I try to tell people that if you want relationship, you got to come here. You got to come here physically. Y'all see, they do come here, but you got to come here and meet me and connect with me. And then after I sit there and I look at you and I'm able to spiritually discern who you are, then I'll decide whether or not I want to enter any further with you or not. Y'all heard what I'm saying? Y'all there? So stop saying that you've been cut by me. You haven't. You've been cut by the word. You ain't been cut by me. You just been cut because you heard the truth. If I ever cut you, you gonna know. And to be honest, most of y'all have not been cut by me. Really, you haven't. Because I know those that I can cut. Y'all hear what I'm saying? When I say cut, it's not that it was never to injure, but because I know that you have a rejected spirit, that what I say to you is going to be so deep. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So, and sometimes cutting is necessary, but sometimes cutting is not necessary. See, I told you I got more than one child. I got with Hannah. I can look at her, just look at her, and she would just. She don't need a cut. If I cut her, I'm gonna be like something wrong. Like see, I never had to really cut things. You know, I can speak to her. But Joe, man, oh shoot, I got to put it to them. Because that's how they learn. Some of y'all learn through cutting. And some of y'all can just be told. So, you know, if you've ever been cut by me, trust me, you know. You know what I'm saying? So stop saying that, because when y'all say stuff like that, it makes people think. People that don't even understand what that means are thinking I'm hard on people. And they don't know most of y'all never really been cut by me. You just heard the word. Or I just corrected you. Correction means, bro, that's wrong. Don't do that. That's the way you do that. That's not a cut. That's just telling you don't do something. Cutting is when I say, you know, this thing. And my wife know all the time. I say, you know, I'm going to have to go and cut you. And when I cut them, ask Monet what it's like. I probably cut her again because it's more with her. She knows, but it's the fact is, when I cut you, the relationship is on the line. It's on the line. That means that after this moment, you're going to have to decide whether you won't be around me after this. Because when I cut you, I told you so deeply about your issues and where you are that you ain't never heard it before, and your whole spirit gonna flip. And that's why it takes time to build relationship, so you trust me when I do that. Because if I just cut you and don't know you, you gonna get up out of here and you gonna swerve and down. I try to hurt you. But somebody who's been around a while and seen my character and my love and my oil and my wine, they receive it. And then it brings forth the peace with fruit of righteousness. But if you have never been through any experiences with me, I would be stupid to cut you. They don't do nothing but offend you. The Bible says the brother offended ought to be one, so why would I do that? But what I do is correct you. It's not to be fearful. Don't be fearful about being cut. That's not what it's about. It's not about it. Don't worry about that. Just live right. Just live the word of God. There have been brothers that, you know, especially most of my cutting really goes on in marriage, about marriage. It's where my real cutting go in, because I know how, because some stuff you got to set. And in order to set wrong, error, you got to cut it sometimes. So stop that. Because when y'all say stuff like that, it makes people actually, I know how people think. And it makes them think I'm a hard leader or a tyrant. That's not how I really am. I'm just strong. I'm not, and that's why I said that. I said, baby, have I cut that brother? I don't ever cut him. I said, because if I really would have cut him, I wouldn't see him no more. Even when I first came to God, you couldn't cut me. Man, I was so rebellious and so distrustful. Man, the minute I felt any pain, I'm gone. You ain't gonna cut me again. After you might give me the one time, but you won't give me no more. But if you ask Lucina about her being one of the ones spending the longest, she'll tell you over years. The cuts got stronger because she could handle it. But what did it do? Bring forth the peace of righteousness. So that's what a father is. Remember, we're talking to a fatherless generation, so it's hard for y'all to understand that something as simple as father correction they take as rejection. Because you never had a father to even deal with you. So masculine authority is scary to most men. Masculine authority is scary to most men. That's why you Negroes play women, because y'all know how to deal with women, because y'all had a mama y'all played. But a man is, brothers, hard look at a man in the eye. Watch how brothers talk to men. Watch how your sons talk to men. Watch how they put their head down and look all down and look all around, because they don't know how to deal with men. Because they never had a man. So when a man says something strong to them, his spirit is still boyish and strong, so he takes it as protection, and like a little boy would take it, and he starts pouting. Because he don't know that a man talks this way. What he's used to is mama nurturing, oh baby. But when mama says something, she got to make sure she ain't hurt your feelings all the time. Plus he's used to that high female frequency. And that female frequency, men, boys tune out anyway. That's why y'all be telling y'all son that keep on going, and you going, well, I hear you. A man say, stop! He stop. A man has the discipline frequency, you don't. So he gets tired of you and he'll just tune you out. Even though you talking, you screaming loud, he ain't hearing what you're saying. Y'all know what I'm saying? So most men have never had a man deal with them. Be honest. Most men have never had a man really, really scrum up and deal with them. So when they have a man who do deal with them, they immediately take it as rejection because nobody has ever told me this. That's why I tell some of you sisters, y'all scorn up your sons when y'all don't allow men to get in around them and begin to correct them. You know, why would you take him to football and then scream at the coach for being hard on him? I mean, I don't understand. Ain't that what you want? You want him to learn to take male authority. So you got to make sure you're not rejected or you got some issue with male masculine authority that you transfer to your children. See, why would you marry a man and you know this? You know the man is not the father of the child, and you marry him, and then you don't want this man to have nothing to do with disciplining his child. You're messing up the frequency. See, your job is to back masculine authority. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Come on, say back it. Now, it don't mean abuse, but you got to realize this generation is teaching our women that a man raising his voice is abuse. That's what they teach them. So sister thinks she's abused because you raised your voice. She's mentally abused. You mentally abused me because you raised your voice. What they really saying, if you don't give me my way, you abuse it. So we really have, now most of us have never seen the problem. Now listen, the problem, listen, and I'm going to do a teaching on this. I got to teach on this. Teaching on it. I'm going to get my word. Teaching on it. And I'm going to say it so I can remember to put it in my tablet. Teaching, but anyway, I'll tell y'all what it's going to be about. The teaching is actually about, the pedophile spirit of hip-hop.
Looking for storage and office solutions? United Rentals has you covered. We have storage and office containers for every job site. United Rentals.
This Chicago, these our streets, our blocks.
These brothers, they looking out for themselves.
We have no idea who could be having his back right now. He ain't gonna stop till he takes everything from
The pedophile spirit of hip-hop. Because, see, I asked a question going on. I'll give y'all a sample. Because I asked a question. For real, I've never asked this question. Because it was always told to me what hip-hop is. So I never asked, what is it? Because when I was old enough to know the word hip-hop, they said this is what it is. So I never asked my own question, now what really is it based upon my real experience with it? What is it? And what I found out was hip-hop has the same spirit as pedophilia. It preys upon young men and women, especially young men. And then when I found out that the founder of hip-hop, Dr. Bambaataa, founded hip-hop to get vulnerable young men around him that he's been molesting for 40 years. So the majority of the rappers that came out early was been molested by Dr. Bambaataa. So the conception of hip-hop was about pedophilia. That's the now, what is pedophilia? It's older men preying upon younger boys. What did hip-hop do? It took boys that had no masculine or male figures in their life. Hip-hop came and preyed upon them and made you change your name. That's why they changed your name in hip-hop. And made you see the streets and those guys you're running with as more family than your own family. Hip-hop taught you about sex, but also there was a pedophile element in hip-hop that a lot of brothers don't really talk about. But it is a pedophile element in hip-hop. I don't want to go too far now. Just want to give you now the reason why I'm telling y'all this, that I'm interjecting this into this message, is because this is why we have to have true fathers. Because any boy that does not have a father, I guarantee you, one, any of you lost it. Once he gets lost in hip hop, you'll see he'll be getting mentored. You won't understand words. He get his information, but he'll be getting mentored. He'll change his hair, his name, he'll start looking a little different. Because hip hop has a pedophile element. That's why I say spiritual fathers. You need a father. You need a father. Now, let me get on. So, fresh prejudice. Let's go to Exodus 17. Let me get it in real quick. Fine. Y'all there? Look at verse 1. Look at verse 5. Verse 4. And all the congregation of children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord? And I really could teach this report right here, but I'm going to keep going for the sake of time. Because remember, when you chide or when you got attitudes against the leader, Moses didn't say, really, it's with me. What you're doing is you tempting. And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. Out there. Now this is the reason why a leader has to have certain people around. You gotta have warriors and counselors. You gotta have Joshua's and Jethro's, because the Joshua's and the Jethro's number one function, say number one. Let me see if y'all understand what I'm gonna say. The Joshua's and Jethro's, or your fresh pair of J's, number one function is to protect you from the people. See, those Joshua's and Jethro's have a revelation that Moses will hurt himself, and the light of Israel will go out, and we in trouble if the set man's light go out. If he gets burnt out, a fire goes out, everything we're building is in his spirit. See, no matter how much y'all might love me and even follow the vision, you didn't see the vision.
I recently purchased the most popular glucose meter online and decided to test it with you. If you have diabetes or know anyone dealing with it, you understand how annoying finger pricking can be. The Glucomax changes everything. It's a needle-free glucose meter boasting 99.
You didn't see the vision. You didn't see internet ministry. You didn't see conferences. You didn't see building up leaders. You didn't see worldwide. You didn't see that. That's what the set man, that's what I see. So no matter how great you are, if the light of the set man go out, y'all heard what I'm saying? So the J's, the Joshua's and the Jethro's understand we must protect Moses from the people. Because the people is what kills the leader. It's not the enemy. These pastors is quitting. They ain't quitting because of the devil. They quitting because of the people. Because they labor in the lives of people and see the dishonor and the disrespect, and nobody cares about the burnout. And they don't have true people around them that love them. That's why I was saying in the park, loyalty People who are loyal to the set man, understanding we must take care of this man, because if he burns out, y'all hear what I'm saying? The wisdom that we're getting, because this man goes and hears the Lord for us. Now, the problem is you get a lot of Miriams and Aarons who feel like, well, I hear the Lord too. But God said, no, I talk to Moses differently than y'all. You heard me here now and then, maybe through a vision or dream, but I talk to Moses straight up. That's why every time Moses talking, you heard God through Moses. Don't mean other people you can't hear God through, but the person that you heard the Father through the most, you take care of that man. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? See, this is the reason why you must understand that everybody is not a successor of Moses. Some people were called to walk with Moses till death. This is very difficult for this generation because we got this, I want to be something, and my gift and my talent and my ability, and that's why we got so many churches everywhere. Because everybody thinks they Moses. And because they got a little revelation, they go start a ministry and get a lot of people to follow them out, and get some people, few people, still people. But Moses is vital. Are y'all know what I'm saying? So the greatest, your greatest task as a Joshua or a Jethro, even though, remember, Joshua and Jethro have different function. Joshua's a warrior, Jethro is a counselor. But the goal of him warring and him counseling is protection. Come on, y'all get you. That should have wrote that down. The goal of Moses and the goal is the same. Now, if I got time, I'm going to identify the characteristics of Joshua and Jethro so you can see who you are. You can see who you are. But the goal is the same. It's to protect. So what good is it for you to say you playing your position and the man of God's unprotected? Because protection is the goal. Protection is the goal because, okay, let me show y'all. When we was in the park and stuff wasn't the way it was supposed to be, everybody get an F on that. One way it's supposed to be. Nothing was the way it was supposed to be. Now, in that situation, nobody was thinking about this ain't protection here, because if the man of God come and this ain't right, then he cares about these people that travel out of town and they're making us look bad. Now we embarrassed. We allowing the man of God to look embarrassed. It's killing his faith. It's killing his grace. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Now his spirit's out of whack, yet he still got to get up and deliver. You see what I'm saying? So it don't matter what you thought you were doing if your goal wasn't to protect. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Because that's what your goal is. That's what your job is. I know y'all don't understand this because y'all live for yourself. But I'm trying to tell y'all, if you don't protect your man of God, me, a real one, I ain't talking about these fake cats who just trying to get some lizard skin shoes and a Bentley. That's what they want. I'm talking about a man who's really for real. If you don't protect, you'll burn me out. You'll burn me out. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So what is the, say, now listen, say different operation, same goal. That's why Joshua and Jethro should never be fighting or jealous of each other, because even though it's different, the goal is the same. I'm protecting this way, I'm protecting with a sword, and you're protecting with counsel. Because both are needed. I need both of them. You as a leader, if you're a leader on your job, you need both. This is principle that can follow over on your job. Don't just think about what I'm saying in church. I'm giving it to you out of the word, but this works in church. If you're a leader supervisor on your job, find you a Joshua and a Jethro. Know who is who. Know which one is which. Because determining which one is Joshua, you might have 2 kids. You figure out which one is which. Because and I'm gonna tell you why. If you don't know which is which, you may listen. You may try to get counsel from Joshua. Joshua's a fighter. Joshua will always advise you on fighting, and that may not be the right way to go.
Domino's new spicy chicken bacon ranch is looking hot. Is that drizzled with?
Be the right way to go. When you ready to fight, when you know God said fight, go to Joshua. Joshua, he's a warrior. He's going to have strategy. Y'all heard what I'm saying? But what if it's time to fight, you go to the counselor? He might talk you out of the fight you need to fight. Because the counselor's job is to always reason with you. I know y'all ain't ready for this. Say, every leader needs a fresh pair of J's. Say fresh. I'm emphasizing fresh. All right? Now look at this. Let me get into this. Now I stopped at verse 4. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, wait a minute, did I read it? Saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, go before the people and take with thee of the elders of Israel thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, and take in thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there on the rock of Horeb. Thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come out of it, and water shall come water out of it, and the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight. Now remember, there's a dilemma. The dilemma here is the people are thirsty. Now, people are thirsty, right? Is that not a real issue? Yes, it's a real issue. Of course, your body get thirsty. The problem was not the fact that the people really was in need. It was how they came to Moses. This is how people come to leadership. That's why you got to protect your leaders. Because when people come, they come raggedy. Notice they said they didn't come to Moses. Moses, would you help us get some drink? They came with, why you thirsty, man? Why you got us out here like it? See, Chad, and your job is to protect the spirit of your leader so he hears God clearly. Because there's a point right here where that Moses failed the second time the people came about. He was so frustrated with the people that he struck the rock and got cursed from going into the promised land. They lost Moses based upon the people. Y'all heard what I'm saying? So it's not that people are saying, like people come all the time here and they'll say stuff like, well, I'm in need of help with my rent. Well, we say, well, okay, well, we want you to do this and this and this so we can understand. Well, they don't want that. They want you to do what they want you to do. They're coming wrong. You heard what I'm saying? So many times you have to learn that. Now, I'm not talking about block for your leader, like blocking people away. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about causing people to have a spirit in the ministry where people know how to come. They don't come wrong. Because, we're taught to talk aggressive and to say what we want. We don't care how we come off to people. And you got to realize that that words, now the leader himself, believe it or not, even if people come that way, he's still going to be in the back of his mind trying to figure out how to help them. If he's a real leader, he's going to still be trying to help them. See? And you got to understand that's why the leader needs Joshua and Jethro, people who protect him, even sometimes from his own self, from stuff he'll just do. Because remember, Moses did now I'm going to prove what I'm saying. I'm talking about Joshua, I'm going to prove this. Did God not tell y'all, tell Miriam and Aaron that I speak to Moses face to face? Did he not say that? He said, why wasn't y'all scared to talk about Moses? I talked to Moses straight up. Now, even though, then to me, that means if I'm talking to Corey, can I tell you everything I want to tell you? I'm talking directly to you, right? This is what face-to-face is, right? This is the conversation God had with Moses. But notice that when Jethro came and told Moses, look, dude, you weren't the people out, God didn't tell Moses that. Or you better yet, Moses didn't hear God. Even though Moses was talking to God face to face, he needed a man to come and tell him, you're going to kill yourself and these people if you don't put some elders over them and stop having these people standing up all day and all night waiting on you to get counsel. That's Jethro, is a counselor. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So even though a man of God might be greatly anointed, he still has to have Jethro. Because no matter how much he say he heard from God, he's heard from God for them. But for himself, he needed a counselor. That's why you got to know, you got to understand what your role and position is. See, the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because these pastors are dying and quitting because they don't know what I'm telling y'all. They don't realize you got to have people around you that know their role. So you got to have both. Let me get done. Where'd I stop at? 7. And he called the name of the place Massa and Meribah because of the chatting of the children of Israel, because they tempted the Lord, saying, is the Lord among us or not? Look at the mentality. Look at how people, ain't that trip how people are? This is the Moses that put the rod in the water and they walked across the Red Sea on dry. This is the Moses. This is the Moses that rained the plagues down on Egypt. I mean, this is the Moses that brought manna down. This is what I'm talking about. That's why you got to have, listen to what I'm saying. That's why you got to have those chains protecting you from the people, because no matter what a leader does for the people, it's something about ungratefulness. It's something about people that they will still murmur and complain when you don't do what they want you to do. And it's up to those counselors and those warriors to protect the man of God from that. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are y'all there? It don't mean that your job is to run out and push people away and stuff. That's not what it means. It means understand that you're going to have to be extra support. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Let me get it. I'm almost done. Y'all get anything out of this?